Fago?
Yes.
I can't get Fago back home.
I can't either. Can I have one?
But I only have the one, so...
Damn.
I don't think we want to make it like a communal Fago. That's how zombie outbreaks start.
Force control.
Is this? Ooh, yeah, it is. Hey, guys. Good morning. It's about as excited as I am. This is awesome. I feel bad that they couldn't get us a bigger room. Make this work somehow. We may have to sit in someone's lap. We may have to double up, standing room only. We'll make this work. So I tell you this is much for you if you don't know it's for me, because it's still early in my mind. I am Patrick Seitz, and I'm the voice of Gamagori in English dub. I like him. Of Kill I Kill. This is the Kill I Kill panel. Now, what I didn't realize until about 20 minutes ago was just going to be Dave and I, the voice of Seitz, and then what I found out about 2 minutes ago is it was just going to be me. So, last man standing. The travails of a 3-star student. Man, I'd get one of the t-shirts if they weren't white. I'm not much for white shirts. Oh, yep. How you doing? I like your shoulder spikes.
There's another thing I gotta show you.
Don't doze off or you'll die. You'll be like,
And on the back.
Okay, were you at New York Comic Con?
No, MatsuriCon.
Okay, because I ran into some folks from the cast who were like, this dude made jerseys and they're awesome. I was like, I actually made that sound. And they were like, oh, well, I'll show you a picture.
True story.
They couldn't find the picture and I was all bummed out. So thank you for being better than a picture of a jersey. Because I'm going to steal that from you. I'm not going to steal it. I want to, though. Ooh, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, so this is the Kill I Kill panel, but one of the things you can do when you're the only one is you can sort of make it the whatever you want panel. So Kill I Kill plus whatever you want. By you, I mean me. Yeah, we can talk about, well, there'll be 2 categories. Kill I Kill and not Kill I Kill. Which pretty much encompasses everything. So I think we're good. I don't think we've panned ourselves into any particular corners thematically. Who has seen, let me just sort of suss out the room. Who has seen some of Kill I Kill in Japanese? Who has seen all of Kill I Kill in Japanese? Someone's hand went up the second time, that wasn't up the first. Okay. Who here has seen some of English Kill I Kill? Who here has seen all of English Kill I Kill? No, you haven't. It's not out yet. I was just checking. Like, really, could you hook me up? I'd like to see how it ends. Kill I Kill is, and I feel like I can say this without delving into spoiler territory, because I saw a little bit of it when the audition copy came down, and I was trying out the parts. By the way, I'm glad that I got Gamagori, because when I tried out for Kill I Kill, looking at the characters, I'm like, I am either going to get Gamagori or nothing at all. Because how this is going to work. Like, I'm going to put all my eggs in the Gamagori basket. Who else? I think I also read, because it's always interesting to find out who read for what. I remember one time at a Hatalia panel, we were like talking about what other characters we read for, and everyone looked like scared and amazed and a little queasy at the thought of, like, you know, someone else being France. I think I also read for Senketz and what's his name? You know, Johnny Two Questions.
Sumagu.
Yes. That's just what I call him, because it's always down with 2. I think I read for the teacher, too. But I didn't have the light-up nipples, so I was disqualified. I'm like, okay, Seitz, take off your shirt. I'm like, you really don't want that. I'm like, how about I leave my shirt on and you give me Gamagori? That didn't actually happen. But it could have. It damn well could have. No, when I saw Gamagori, I'm like, I think I'm going to be the loud guy that yells, because that's kind of my niche. Or the black guy. I'm very often the black guy. It's kind of a thing. That's why I love voice acting, because I couldn't do that in film and TV. It would be racist. And I don't want to be racist. But yeah, Gamagori. So I'd seen a little bit of the show, and then we went in to record the first 4 or 5 episodes. I'm forgetting where that cutoff was. And I knew what was going on. Then we got into the next batch, and I was busy with other things, and I hadn't had a chance to watch it. I don't know if you guys know this or not. When we go in to record stuff, we haven't seen the script before, and if we've watched the show, it's been something that we've made happen on our own time. No one's coming to, it's not like the anime fairy shows up being like, here are the scripts and here are the episodes, and we're all going to sit and talk about it. It's like, come in, here's a script, read now, go. Just because of budgets and timing and whatnot. But, with this being a good time to be an anime fan, you can watch stuff subbed legitimately on like Hulu and Netflix and Crunchyroll, and you got legit options, so you can go out and watch stuff. So I watched the rest of the show. I was like, oh my god, this show. Right? Like, okay, here's the thing. Over its 24, 26, 24, 26, over the course of its 24 episodes, I feel like the pacing is really good because the stakes just get higher and higher and higher and higher. Like by the end of the show, you look back at the beginning of the show and the stuff that people considered important, you're like, who cares? Who cares? Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig the art style. I dig that it's crazy. I dig Christine as Mako. Her Mako is amazing. I am amazed by her Mako. I can't get enough. Every time I watched the first episode that Mako popped up, and I was just like, what is this even? Oh my god! Yeah, she's so good. And thankfully you guys like Kill La Kill too. I got to go to the concert where she sang the songs, and we had the glow sticks that were like attached to like the mothership, and they changed colors based on their whim, not our whim. I mean, there's a button you can like switch to. It's like the best lightsaber ever. It's like green, yellow, blue, purple, orange, mauve, salmon, light green, beige, chartreuse. Like it had so many colors. It didn't have light beige. That would kind of suck. But it was still pretty cool. I got to meet the voice actresses for Satsuki and Ryuka. That was kind of cool because they were cosplaying. I would cosplay Gamagori. If I could get in shape. It's a big if. If I knew how to sew. This isn't gonna happen. But I would. That's the important thing. I would do it. You'll know. There was a dude, where was that? Was that at, I think it was at SakuraCon. There was a dude playing old nipple lights, and he did a really good job. Because we were taking some photo, and he was just behind us all like, ooh. Like his shirt was like falling off in slow motion. I don't know how he did that. It was impressive. Speaking of old nipple lights, those, I don't even know like what to call them. The robots, the mechs, his little like thingy thing that he rides around in. That's the weirdest design for anything ever. Like, I'm gonna take a mech and I'm gonna put myself into it perpendicularly and hope that no one shoots me in the ass. Like that's, I don't know about that. I'm not so much sure about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else to say. I guess I should take questions and see, like, we'll just take questions maybe? Be loud if you have a question. Or maybe, are the side mics on? Oh, crap, the side mics are on. Woo! Fart. You're about to throw down, man. You're gonna like fight for your Goku uniform.
I have kind of two questions. One, have you ever played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance?
Not well, but yes.
My boyfriend insists that your Gamagori sounds exactly like Senator Armstrong. My boyfriend's insane and not here, so I have a request. Can you do Gamagori's voice and say, "Nanobites, son," please? No.
Yeah, I didn't think I was getting recordings right, but I guess I could. Let me know when. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Nanobites, son! I didn't, really?
Yeah, he absolutely insists. I'm like, hun, no.
No.
But he begged me to do this. And I'm a butt, so second question, what do you think about Mako Gamagori? OTP.
I ship it so hard, I get a tracking receipt. And people that are like, no, I'm like, you haven't watched the show.
They're so perfect for each other. And can you sign my mug?
Yes, but I will do that later. I will steal your mug. That's so cool.
I got the last one, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll sign your mug. I didn't know it was a thing. They get Goku mugs instead of uniforms. They're like in Seattle or Portland, Oregon. They're fighting with coffee. I'd watch that show. Hey, if there could be a show about like fighting for lunch, there can be a show about fighting with Goku coffee.
Actually, there's one bento.
It's called high school things. Yes.
What was your favorite experience recording in the booth?
I would say screaming, but that doesn't narrow it down because that was every hour of every day. A favorite experience? Well, yeah, we haven't finished recording it yet, so I can't speak as far as like the entire thing. But so far, probably.
It doesn't have to be just Kill la Kill. It could be like any experience.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I'll answer with both. The favorite experience so far in Kill la Kill was probably when they were doing the natural selection fights. I got to go full gimp. Yeah, those were some weird lines of like things I'm saying. I've said let's get this in one take. Not that we got it in one take, but I was like, really, I'm whipping my damn self. Wow. Favorite ever? I don't know. I think this is a cop-out answer. Probably the fact that I don't have a favorite ever because I've gotten to do this long enough and extensively enough. Like, just the fact that I get to go into the booth and do it for money and that's my job. I mean, when I first started doing this stuff back in like 2000, I had one job the first year. And it was probably like 4 or 6 hours of my life. And that was it for voiceover. And then the rest of the time I was like doing the other crap that I was doing. And then the next year I had like 2 jobs. Woo! And then the next year I had 4 jobs. And eventually it accrued such that I was like, whoa, I can pay my bills doing this. That's crazy. Just the fact that I get to do it for a job. I mean, before this I was a high school English teacher. I wouldn't do high school again. I would do college. I would teach the college level, because if you don't want to be there in a college class, you don't show up. Whereas in high school, you're just sitting there like, stupid Mr. Seitz, making us read these stupid books. That's a lot of work. So probably those would be my 2 answers. I'm gonna bop over to you just so I can consolidate in that line, because it's easier. Yes.
Okay, didn't you also, random question, can you voice Garrosh in World of Warcraft 2?
No, I cannot voice Garrosh. Yes, I can. Garrosh would be a good 3-star Goku uniform student.
Can you do some lines with that voice from Kill la Kill?
Let's see. I'm trying to think what I would talk about.
Maybe some of the BDSM stuff he says?
What did I talk about? Maybe I just do like, I could bow to Lady Satsuki, but that's weird because Garrosh shouldn't be bowing to anybody. Lady Thrall. Oh, man. That's another thing. He starts out, it's something worth bringing up. The first time you see Gamagori, he's coming through a doorway and he's like 50 feet tall. I didn't know that it was going to be that kind of show where everyone's size was sort of fluid based on the situation. Because sometimes if you start thinking about it too long, the whole show breaks down. Like, why doesn't he just turn 300 feet tall and destroy everyone? Oh, he doesn't want to right now. What? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. No? Okay. Like when he fights in the flashback, we see that flashback when he's fighting Satsuki back when they were in middle school. He's like 40 feet tall. And then she like pokes him in the stomach and he's like, I give. Oh, that show. I like when the dude, they throw the dude off the roof. Because I had to scream for like 10 seconds straight. That was BS, man. No, because we listened to the Japanese, we're like, did they do this all in one take? And we're listening to it, we're like, I think they cheated, but we're gonna do it legit. Oh, please let this only be like 1 or 2 takes. Because 10 seconds straight is a long time to breathe. Your lungs want more air, but you can't give it to them because then it's, no! And that's just like, and then the guy bounces back up and you're like, oh, he's fine. Why did I even yell? Why did I do this? I mean, I could yell about Mein Kampf. Give me your croquettes, Mein Kampf. For the Gamagori Horde. I'm not gonna yell anymore like Garrosh for now. I'm good for now. That's all the Garrosh you're getting for now. Only because I've got sessions on Monday. Here's the thing about Garrosh, for those of you who play World of Warcraft. He tears me up. So I schedule him strategically. I put him like end of the day or end of the week, so I've got the weekend to get over it. No. No. Yes, also spoiler. No, I like fun characters are fun, man. I mean, hey, I'd rather be doing that sort of rough voice for a character like that, who's so interesting, than yell grenade 800 times in a row. Don't get me wrong, the war games, yelling grenade 800 times in a row is also work, but there's not a whole lot of like character growth attached to it. It's just yelling grenade 800 times. I did this one game, it was I don't remember if the game itself or like because it was like an addition to a game, like a mod, I guess an official mod for it. But the game itself, or the mod, was called Red Orchestra, and this specifically was like Battle of Midway, Battles in the Pacific, and it was just screaming. It was like, okay, for this take, you got shot in the stomach, and for the next 45 seconds, you are like whimpering and dying and bleeding and calling out for your mother. And I'm like, whoa, crap, that's intense. And then like 30 seconds into that, I said the FH word, and we had to redo it. I'm like, wait. So in this game, I could be like shot and bleeding, and my intestines like, but I dropped the S-bomb, and suddenly it's no, I don't know. We're a weird country like that. Just saying. Yes. Would you like to fez me a question?
I got two, actually. One is there a certain line you've done that's just kind of stuck out in your mind? Like, you read it and it's just kind of imprinted itself on your brain?
Specifically Kill La Kill, or just in general?
In general, I would say.
In general? Oh, man. Not specific lines, only because we only see them in that moment. Like, not having seen the script before we do it. And even when you've seen the show, you don't know what the specific line is going to be, because having adapted it to the lip flaps, it'll be the same sense, it won't be the same wording. So I see the line for the first time, as I'm doing it, I do it, however many takes it takes for me to get it right and the director to be happy, and then I move on. So the lines themselves usually don't stick in my head as much, which makes for awkward convention moments, because somebody will come up and be, I had this happen, this was rough. I was at a convention, and I'm sorry, Fago, I didn't mean to ignore you. Yeah, Fago. There's like 30 flavors of this shit. I'm sorry. SH word. Now we gotta redo the take. What was I saying? Where was I going with this? I forgot. What was I?
Embarrassing convention.
Yes! Thank you. It's still early for me. I'm on California time. So I was at a convention, and I was about to start the autograph line. And the first guy that comes to the autograph line walks up, and he's like, I want you to quote your first line in Italia. And I was like, the one where he's like yelling for 30 seconds straight at the mall? He's like, yeah, and go. I was like, I can't, I'm sorry, I don't have it memorized. It was, written out for me, and I just did it, and that was it. And he sort of looked at me like I was lying to him, like he was gonna walk off, start walking away, and the next dude was gonna come and be like, okay, first line from Italia. And now I was just gonna like spool it off verbatim. He's like, damn that Seitz, he tricked me. Yeah, no, I felt bad, but I'm like, I didn't have that memorized. Like, at no point was that memorized. That was written down. I read that. Also, it's screaming at the top of my lungs for 30 seconds, so why would you do that to me? And then I ran into him at another convention. Yeah, you see where this story's going. And he asked me again. And I was like, I still no. Nothing has changed. I think he expected me in the meantime to go home and like, do my homework. I felt bad. I'm like, I'm 0 for 2 with this dude, but no, that's not how this works. Christopher Walken, not learning lines. Italia, wow. Also, that was a weird place to start with Italia, because that was my first line in Italia ever, where he's just like screaming at them. Usually, when you do a show, or a video game, you start out with the character more in sort of their default conversational mode, because you don't want to be setting the character, as we call it, with something that's like really low energy and sad, or really high energy and angry, because that doesn't really key you into sort of the center of their spectrum, if that makes any sense. But with Italia, we just like, well, we're starting at the first one, he's yelling, let's go. I was like, wait, so I'm yelling and fast and accent, oh my God, what's gonna happen? But we got through it. It was okay. That wasn't your question. What was the other question?
It said what bits did you work on with Hellsing Ultimate?
Hellsing Ultimate, well, over the course of its 8,000-year history now, I was Luke Valentine again, early on, reprising my role from OG Helsing. And then I was a couple random Nazi vampires, like you do,